Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is RemovableSanity, and today I'm reviewing Lake on the Series X. It's been developed by Gamius and published by Whitethorn Digital LLC. So what is Lake? Lake is best described as a third-person interactive narrative game set in the 80s where you deliver mail whilst deciding on your future. The premise is that you play as a woman in her mid-40s called Meredith Weiss, who is facing a bit of a midlife crisis. She decides to take some time to herself, reflecting on her life and job over the course of a 2-week break set in her hometown of Providence Oaks. The game boasts branching storylines, multiple endings based on those choices, and a roster of engaging interactions with the townsfolk of Providence Oaks. So let's get on to the gameplay. The gameplay starts after a small introductory cutscene showing how stressed Meredith is working for a computing firm. In a bid to wind down, she opts to stay at her parents' house whilst they're on holiday for a few weeks, and even takes over her dad's job of delivering the mail. You are then picked up by her dad's colleague, Jack, who drops you off at your house after a couple of mini deliveries to get you into the swing of things. Every day you start at the post office and have a selection of letters and packages to deliver in the beautiful town of Providence Oaks. Once done, you finish for the day and choose what you want to do in the evening to keep you busy before going to bed, ready for the next day to start again. It's a simple, relaxing premise that takes little to no thought in completing, and there is no time limit either, so it's all up to you to choose how quickly or slowly you wish to complete the tasks. The real essence of the game is its residents of the town you meet whilst delivering. These interactions not only flesh out who you are, but also the town itself. From the gambling addict Jack, the underage mechanic Laurie, or the rough solitude lumberjack Robert, each new character brings out a new and intriguing storyline you feel the need to see to the end. You can do this through a selection of dialogue options when chatting to said characters, leaving it up to you to take the opportunity to get to know these people better, or simply pass them by and focus on your break. If you do engage, these can be tracked in your diary and will often open up a lot of activities / stories you can enjoy once your working day's over. I would highly recommend taking any opportunity to engage and dive into the lives of the townsfolk you meet, as they are superbly written and help sell this sleepy American town during the 80s. There is also romance options within the game that, depending on your interactions, could have a big impact on the ending. Now you're probably wondering why I'm not talking so much about the actual delivering part of the game. And this is because it really is just a means to an end, to get you to see the townsfolk and the surrounding area more than a deep mechanic of the game. Driving the delivery van is nothing special, a little clunky at times, but overall just a transportation device to your next intriguing conversation. Now you can also use fast travel and auto drive if you want to just speed things up or watch from a distance. The delivering of letters and packages is as simple as pressing the A button. Please be aware this game is built to drift along, taking in all the sights, sounds and conversations. Everything here, including the pace of which Meredith walks, is built specifically to be a slow, nice, relaxing pace that could frustrate the more impatient of players. So what about the graphics? The game's visual style is a clean, blocky aesthetic from a third-person point of view that really does look beautiful depending on the location. However, I will say that this is marred by a lot of graphical issues as you move from letter to letter, conversation to conversation. The biggest issues I found was a lot of pop-in and loss of scenery as you travel from one resident to another. Trees and shrubbery would flat out disappear as I made my way to a location, and in some instances never come back, leaving a raw, flat surface. Now, whilst this doesn't fundamentally break the game in any format, it can be a bit annoying, which luckily isn't what the game's main focus is really about. The overall world area is simple, with simple texture layers that, whilst visually nice, isn't anything groundbreaking. Stopping off to admire the lake or wooded areas is great for a few minutes, but really is background to what the game is really selling. And now to the sound. The soundtracks here is actually limited as it plays the same couple of country tracks which aren't pleasant enough over and over again. This is actually explained in the game why, and whilst not brilliant, it doesn't really distract from the game itself. The voice acting, on the other hand, is superb, with the actors really nailing down their respective characters' feel and charm. Meredith really does come across exceptionally polite and endearing, but with generally conflicted views on where to go next, and her old school friend Kay's vibrant, chaotic nature was a perfect counter. When they were in a scene together, you really did feel that these two old friends catching up after so many years apart. And this leads me on to the rating of the game. Now, I rate games in order of avoid, on sale, great purchase, and must own. My rating for Lake is a great purchase. This engaging narrative-driven story is lovingly told in a way you understand the frustrations of local life combined with the anxiety of returning home after so many years. The game is currently priced on Xbox at £15.99 or approximately $20, and depending on your skill and patience would give you about 8+ hours worth of gameplay. Add in the different dialogue options, different endings, and you can add another 10 hours. This game does have glitches and bugs and a lot of visual pop-ins. However, if you are willing to put that aside and are looking for a slow, relaxing narrative game to enjoy with some superb dialogue, this would be a good place to start. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I do hope you like this review, and if you do, please like, share and subscribe if you so wish. And if you would like to put some notes or even just a comment in the comment section, I do like reading them. Anyway, have a great time gaming, and I'll see you all again soon.